It's not quite what they were forecasting as far as a winter storm goes. Well, it didn't turn out to be the snowstorm they've been talking about for the last week. For us, anyway, I'd love to hear how much snow you guys got so I can be kind of jealous. But we got a little bit of snow, and the wind is crazy today. What has always had me more concerned was the cold that they're forecasting starting tonight and tomorrow. The chickens have a lot harder time, I feel, dealing with cold than they do some snow outside, because that doesn't really affect them if they're in the warm coop. So I'm gonna start by giving them a little extra treats here to get through this next day or so of pretty cold. Hopefully it's just a day or so. I'm gonna start with some scrambled eggs for them. This time, instead of the Nutri-Drench, I'm gonna add a little of this poultry cell into their eggs, which is just a vitamin supplement, and they like that just as well to kind of vary it a little bit. One thing I have learned the hard way is that too much protein too fast can give chickens diarrhea, and that is definitely not something I want to happen when we're going into a cold spell. So I'm going to give them some scrambled eggs, but not a whole ton so that they overload on them. And I'm going to mix it with some sunflower seeds and a little cracked corn too. Looks like they're doing good. Probably a little irritated to be trapped inside today. Okay, so I just tossed it around, let them get it. How cold are we talking? I'm not really sure. The forecast is completely unreliable anymore around here, but the last I saw was down around 0, which isn't terribly cold for here, but keep in mind we've been running, you know, we had some 50-degree days a week ago and it's been around 30 and above, so they are not prepared for a sudden drop to 0. The other big thing I'm going to do today, as soon as this wind drops off, is to get these shavings out. I think I've told you this water is still giving me problems. See all that water around the outside? I don't know if they're doing it or what's going on, but I just ordered a new heated nipple water from Premier One, so we'll see how that one does. But in the meantime, these shavings are yuck and kind of damp, even though I just changed them maybe a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to get a bulk of this out, and I'm going to throw some new shavings in tonight, so they're starting out dry, because damp and wet is probably one of the biggest things that hurt them. So I'm going to quickly shove these out that pop door into the run and get some new ones in. Shouldn't be too painful to do and should be a quick job. For whatever reason, I really struggle with the equipment we have around here that you have to pull start. So Steve has done something amazing with the snowblower today. Let's see how it works. This thing is awesome and has been a game changer when we actually get snow, unlike today. But this thing and I also go round and round and round. But Steve put an electric start on it. Let's see how it works. Well, it looks like there are still multiple steps to this.
You gotta turn on the key.
These are the things that always throw me off, but that's okay.
Turn the choke all the way on.
Do you think that'll save you from getting calls at work when I try to start it?
Yeah.
Turn the key on. I don't need to do the choke, right? Because you already did it.
Well, just do it because it's still
1,
cold.
2, 3.
Turn choke on.
This.
All the way.
Alright, push the button.
Yeah. Alright, turn the choke to the middle. So it's
Well, it turns out that he forgot to tell me it has to be plugged in. That's how it works. So he still would have gotten a call at
I
work.
just thought that was obvious. There's an extension cord right there.
Someone here takes issue with going to the bathroom in the snow. Doesn't like to go through it. So am I the only person that has to snow blow paths through the yard for little animals to go to the bathroom outside in? Cammy. Cammy. You gonna say hi? So you may wonder, what are some meals I can make with the food that we've put away? And these are some frozen tomatoes in there. And I don't know if you guys remember when I dehydrated my tomatoes. So I've got some of those ground up to make the sauce a little thicker with some seasoning, salt, pepper, and I'm going to chop up some of my onions and my garlic that I have and make a tomato sauce. Then I'm going to fry some of my ground turkey and make this, that'll make the sauce for it, and we call it ravioli casserole. So in the end, when it's all done, I'm gonna cook these noodles and put the sauce on it, melt some mozzarella cheese over the top, and call that supper. I can, of course, serve it with some green beans or something. Well, I hope you all have a great rest of the weekend. Stay safe if you're in the path of the snowstorm and you're actually getting snow, unlike we did. I'd love to hear in the comments what you got so I can celebrate with you, because I really like the snow and we didn't get a whole lot. But thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that like button on this video. I'll catch you the next time. Not a lot of snow, but some crazy snow drifts.